Yep, yep. Pastors cannot talk about this topic. So let's have the courage and jump into it ourselves. We see both male and female singleness drawing to new heights. There's a lot of distrust in between us. And so what naturally occurs in that part of singleness? Well, I want to call it, in this video, I'm going to call it an introduction video to this topic. It's a very delicate topic. Well, I'm going to call it number 4. You have these natural body functions that are number 1, right? Going to the bathroom. Number 2, number 3, which is probably a combination of number 1 and number 2. So what is number 4? There's another natural release of the body, which is masturbation. And yes, pastors do not want to talk about this because it's like dynamite and they don't know your specific scenarios. But to not talk about something is to say that God does not want to talk about something that he created, and in terms of sex, in terms of release, in terms of natural bodily function. So yeah, just look at the statistics. All of this is going down. And why am I starting this channel with this particular topic that is very difficult and pastors run away from? It's because I went through a period of singleness and I found what I believe a stopgap solution to making that okay. Of course, if you lust during that time of releasing, it is not okay. And so I created a list of parameters, a list of how to talk to God about it, how it's okay, and how it's a bridge solution. Obviously, it's not an end solution. Now, how important is this to God? Well, we see that we have one out of many books called the Song of Solomon. So let's throw up a statistic here. The percentage of that book, which is highly steamy, as compared to the quantity of books in the Bible. And so you see it's a dramatically under 1% likely type situation. I'm going to put it in the actual percent later, so I don't know while making this video. But I'm going to guess 1 out of 60 books. That's really a tiny thing. So it really shows inherently that God does not want sex or releasing intimacy to be dominating your life day to day. It should be something that you really have a handle on. And instead of, this situation where pastors castigate you and say just anything related to masturbation is wrong and it's against God and it's totally demonic behavior, is going to keep you in cycles of feeling bad about that or anything related to that. There could be a point to where you just think sex is bad entirely. And that's against God's will because, he literally made our bodies to release. Sure, some people have less of a need for it than others, and that's okay. But being able to talk about it freely will help you, may even help you out of singleness, because now you could create your own methods of dealing with this or talking through this with God, as opposed to, let me hide this away and put it under my cushion for my chair. like God can see everything. Effectively, what I want to bring us towards is, I saw a video recently with some gentleman with the last name Bustamante. I forgot his first name. But he said in the CIA, they get trained about consistency, not about discipline.
So they teach us to just let go of discipline, let go of the whole concept of self-discipline, and instead adopt a mission mindset that's focused on consistency. Consistency is actually easy. Discipline is very hard.
Discipline, and I can relate to that because I see discipline as a hard, I'm going to jab you across the face if you don't do this, versus consistency is, I'm going to make movement. If I use the example of drinking water every morning. If I just go brush my teeth make a sandwich, and then drink some water, that's totally fine. Or if I miss a day drinking water in the morning, that's totally fine. Versus discipline would be like, you idiot, you did not drink water this morning. Like, what's going to be more motivating to move forward in life? Of course, it's going to be the one that's more consistent, right? Of, okay, well, I did this for 6 days, okay, and I'm consistent. And he also brought up another great fact around looking at the data. So what makes you deviate from the consistency, right? And so being able to take note of that and move forward is a part of the sanctification process too. So ultimately, in conclusion, because I don't want this intro video to become a 20-minute video, is I'm making this content so that you could have dialogue with God about this particular matter and move you to the next level of sanctification, as opposed to keeping you in cycles and feeling bad about stuff. And I'll also draw through why pastors cannot talk about this, because they have limited time with you, not one-on-one time like we'll have. So throw comments, look at the next videos, a subset of videos that I've prepared. I'll probably be talking not only about this, but just intimacy in general. And intimacy applies in different ways, right? You could be intimate, have an intimate best friendship, and that doesn't necessarily mean sexual. It could mean like, man, I really care for this person. I could be open with them just like we should be with God. And so go ahead and look at the playlist that'll be available in the thumbnail link below. Look at those subset of videos. I'll be making more, and throw your questions in there. And I can't wait to see what sort of fruits come of this, like I've experienced in my past during singleness, and not letting this whole discipline type thought process affect my relationship with God. I hope you get closer to God, and I'll be praying for you.